Hello, everybody. We're here back, and this is the first of a series of Facebook Lives that we're going to do with our product managers. So you get to know them, see who's behind the lines. Today we are with Karla Rivas, who is the product manager for Rutland, Union, and QCM products. That's quite a group. If you could just tell everybody about yourself and how you ended up at Poly One.
Well, before anything, hello, Ray. So happy to be here. So thank you for having me. And also, I hope everyone who's watching is safe and healthy during these unprecedented times. Very important. I have to say, I'm a big fan of your Facebook live session. You've been doing an awesome job. So kudos to you. I've heard so many great feedback, have to say, and also learned that some of your sessions are actually being used as training with some of our distributors. So all good work. Good.
It's mainly my guests.
And you too. So going to your question, a little bit about my career. I'm a chemical engineer, and I started my career in quality systems. I worked in several various chemical industries. And then I decided to take a break from my professional career, stayed home for a little bit longer than 12 years to take care of my family. An opportunity came up to apply for a job at L'Oreal. I did it, and that's how I ended up coming back to the workforce. That was about, 6 years ago or so. I've been a product manager before for American Standard. That's another company I worked for. And now I've been with Poly One for almost 15 months. So it's over a year now that I'm the product manager for Rutland, Union, Ink and QCM brands, as you mentioned. Very happy and feel very fortunate to be part of such an amazing organization, I have to say.
Well, we're glad to have you, that's for sure. We liked you immediately, so believe me.
Thank you.
So since you are the product manager for Rutland, Union, and QCM brands, we have to ask about the recent announcement that the closure of the manufacturing plant in Pineville. Now, how will that affect you, and how will it affect the brands that you manage?
Right. Let's talk about the big elephant in the room before anything.
That's right.
It was a surprise. I cannot lie. After hearing some of the reasons for why this happened, I mean, I understand why it was done, but that doesn't take away that we feel sad, and especially for the people who got affected with this announcement. It's very unfortunate, and during these times that we're living through, we have seen sort of the same measures by other businesses. So we're not the only ones doing this, but that doesn't take away the sadness of people who got affected. So, I mean, at the same time, I guess I like to talk about or address some of the rumors that we've been hearing lately in regards to what else is coming, what other changes are happening. I've heard that we're getting rid of brands. So I just like to say to everyone, to all of our customers, decorators, distributors, and basically anyone out there in the screen printing business, we are here to stay. What's changing right now, it's only the location where we are making our inks. It's going from place A to place B, but nothing else. And in reference to our brands, especially what you mentioned that I manage, Rutland, Union, Ink, and QCM, they will remain as they are. They're not changing. Our distribution partners stay the same as well. So not many concerns on that area. We don't have to be worried about or continue with the rumors, basically, on what's happening or what else could be happening. In regards to products, I know people have been asking as well if that's going to change anything on our formulas, if it's going to change anything on how we deliver our products, please be assured that our products will continue to be offered with the same high quality, consistency, but most of all, the same attributes and properties that have distinguished them until now. So I understand how change can be unsettling, and it can make people nervous. I know that. It happens to everyone. But be certain that the reasons behind this decision were made to continue to support you, our customers, and to best provide them with the right products to meet the market requirements in all aspects: price, performance, distribution.
Yeah, and I tell you, I mean, it would not be smart if we decided to make all the ink the same.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. There's a reason why there's different brands and there's different types of ink. Our customers that have used the Union and the Rutland, they know there's differences in those formulas, and they use them for their advantages, not just because it's price or just a little bit different, or because they like doing business with somebody. They're using those inks for a specific reason. We want to keep that going.
Right.
Now,
and that's in the market. That's what we have: Coke and Pepsi. I mean,
that's right.
It's the same thing. Right.
So why make the same formula for both? It's not going to happen. It doesn't make sense. It would not be successful. We'd be cutting our foot off, So I think I can assure everybody that I too I'm fully behind this. I think it's going to be surprising everybody. I think maybe how well this is going to go off, and we're going to keep it going.
Sure.
So let's go back to the regular interview now. As I work with the rest of the guys. Could you tell us a little bit about each of the brands and what makes them unique for their particular end user? So, it's a good segue right into that.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. I like to start by giving you a little bit of the background. So right now, as you know, we are Poly One Specialty Inks. And within the Plastisol division, we have 4 American ink brands that, as you know, all began as family-owned companies. Over time, for a variety of reasons, the families that founded these companies decided to move on. And that's how these companies were sold onto other entities, and bringing us to what is now basically the offering of brands we bring you under the Specialty Inks family. So I know you wanted me to talk about my own brand, so let's start with QCM. So QCM, as many people may know, was founded in the Pacific Northwest with a focus on sustainability. And their creamy whites, especially, and also the early phthalate compliance they had, made them very attractive to the eco-conscious printers from that region. These inks are great for a small shop that are new to the industry, because they do not need a lot of technical experience to use or understand how to use them. So, well, QCM, have to say, is well known in the Northwest and Canadian region. We are now utilizing our global-wide distribution network, and that has given us the ability to offer QCM inks to a much larger audience in recent years. So we switch now to Union. Union Ink will turn 90 years next year. Can you believe that, Ray?
That's amazing.
It's crazy amazing, yes. And as you know, Union is a very easy to use ink, is very forgiving. And for that reason, it's a very attractive option for printers to use. And at the same time, this brand has the characteristic of having an answer almost for everything. And because of that adaptability that the brand has, it can be a little bit less precise than other brands like Rutland, for example. But at the same time, because of this chemistry that they have, it's very easy for a printer to combine products. So that's what makes it very user-friendly, if you like to call it that way. there are two lines, I guess, that come to people's mind when they talk about Union, and that's Max Opaque and the Mix Opaque color mixing system. And these inks are characterized because of the high opacity they can offer, and also the ability to eliminate the underbase screen. So that's what makes them very, very attractive. Another important contribution of these inks, I have to say, is that they allow to create vibrant colors when using the plastic charge. And the plastic charge is a product that gives you the ability to continue and adapt using those union plastisol inks you may already have into a hybrid discharge system. So it's
Yes, and
pretty
that,
cool.
yeah, and that plastic charge is famous for being the first down under base for plastisol printing also. That's something we use as printers years ago. So it's been around a while.
There you go. Pretty cool. Also, I have to say for Union has a long history of athletic inks and special effects. And it's also one of the brands that has the best high opacity CMYK system on the market. So that's also
Yes,
cool about Union.
that was the Union process have been famous for their um, wide range of their gamut on their colors. It's a very easy ink to use.
Right, right. So it's a great product. And lately, understanding the changing needs of the market, we recently added to the different systems of the Union portfolio what is now the low cure system. And this is just to keep up with the market trend and the new substrates now coming out to the market, like polyblends and all of that. So basically, Union, we can summarize as saying it's a great ink to have, and it goes from the smallest to the largest shops. You can find it everywhere, and it's a great alternative due to the high opacity that they have for a manual printer. But at the same time, it's a good alternative due to the low tack of the ink for a high speed printer. So as you can see, it's very adaptable. Moving on to Rutland now, for example, I know you have some prints there. Cool. In our industry, Rutland has been considered the premier ink for high quantity and high speed printing. It offers not only color accuracy, but it is consistent, which is very important for long runs. Rutland's early color mixing systems set the bar for color matching and eventually became Pantone approved. But this is basically was the first for our industry, and it sort of paved the way to the mixing systems we have out there now. We have two different mixing systems, as you know, in Rutland, the finished ink mixing system, which is the M3, and we also have the pigment concentrates that can be used to enhance the mixing system, the M3, and those are the C3 pigment concentrates that we carry for Rutland. In regards to other products, we have a large special effects portfolio, and we focus on products that work on running those long print runs, I should say, with minimal screen buildup and consistency on the color across the complete run. In regard to whites, I have to say that Rutland is also known for having some of the silkiest, smoothest whites in the industry, and having an answer for every single fabric blend out there. So in summary, we can say that Rutland it's easy enough to use for anyone, but the key customer for Rutland would be those companies that produce for major international brands that demand accuracy and consistency reproductions. So if we want to compare the three brands, I guess we can say all of them can be used by printers who are beginners. No difference there. But the color systems become more advanced, which is each brand going from QCM, then Union, and finally Rutland. And if you want to compare on the forgiving of each brand, it increases from Rutland to Union to QCM. That can give you a better idea on how these brands compare or differ from each other.
Well, how do you see these brands evolving, and do you have any new launches planned for the future on any of these brands?
Yes, yes, and actually, I'm glad you asked that because I'm glad to have the opportunity right now to share with everyone about what's coming and our new developments. Rutland, to start with, we're very excited to say that Rutland will be launching its first low cure, low bleed product line this year. And as you know, with the continued growth of the polyester and polyblend fabrics, we know screen printers face many challenges when choosing the right inks to print. So some of these challenges can be due to dye migration and fabric distortion situations. So this new line is designed basically to overcome those issues by curing at a lower temperature. And also, it's important to note that it will be offering excellent bleed resistance and stretch properties. So it's going to be a great product. It's coming up soon. Another important characteristics that I like to mention for this Rutland Low Cure line is that it will have an improved opacity and coverage. So that would allow the printer to go directly onto the fabric and basically giving the opportunity to eliminate a base ink, and subsequently that eliminates an extra head. So all good news with this new launch for Rutland. For Union, as you know, we have another exciting project coming up. We're working on the new Union Low Cure White for polyblend fabrics. We launched the Union Low Cure sports line last year. So this new white would be a great addition and complement to the portfolio. The original sports line was geared towards the athletic market because it's mainly used on polyester. So with this new white for polyblend fabrics, mainly what we're trying to do is improve the fiber mat down properties so it can be used across other fabric blends, polycotton blends. And this product is also scheduled to come out before the end of the year.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's great news. And finally, I mean, we've been working on a strategy to make things better and simplify whatever possible. There have been great conversations about how to renew our portfolios and streamline catalogs, always keeping our focus on innovation and quality of our products. So there are two things also happening. We're going to be refreshing our white portfolio. That's a priority right now. And the second one would be a portfolio simplification. And what this means is just basically to provide a more compact picture to the printer. So we can help them that way decide which product best suit their needs instead of having a large selection where they don't know where to choose from. So I think those are really, really exciting things that are coming up, and for all of our brands, I have to say.
Right.
So tons of good work.
Right, and I say that as we were, folks were sent home and we needed things to do. The R&D team really kicked into high gear. We're working from home, but we're working on teams looking at these, the marketing, obviously, and sales. We're looking at portfolios. We're looking at, on the technical side, we're looking at ways to make things better, maybe even creating products that will fill the gaps. And so I'm very excited about what's going to come out as soon as we get back in the lab and start creating these new products and interchangeable products.
Exactly. Yeah. And people should know that we have continued, even though we have not been able to go to the office, we continue working every day on seeing what we can improve. As you said, even from processes point of view, what we can change so that we can be more effective and efficient in the future. And change means opportunity, right? At the end of the day. So during this time, we need to remain positive and look at what we can do and what we can improve always.
Yeah, I believe that we are looking at, I guess, a whole new Poly One Specialty Inks in a way. I think a lot of people are coming out of this situation different. We are no different than anybody else. We obviously, there's some changes that we feel like we had to make in this thing. So, but I think overall we're going to be coming out stronger. I think our customers are going to benefit from that. Our distributors are going to benefit from that. And I'm just chomping at the bit to get out there and get this going again.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, hopefully it will happen soon, and I hope everybody stays healthy and safe, and yeah, can't wait to go back to the new normal.
Yeah, and so and to the customers out there, it seems like there's a lot of brands under one umbrella here, but we all pride ourselves on each of those brands. We want to keep the identity of each of those brands because they all have something to offer that's a little different from the other ones. We want to keep that going. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, thank you, Karla. Thank you for being on.
No, thank you. This was fun.
Yeah, this is fantastic. And by the way, this was in one take. Live. So parting thoughts, go ahead and say them. But we appreciate you being on here. Of course, we appreciate you working with us at Poly One Specialty Inks.
No, thank you. Thank you. Very happy to be here. Very fortunate and honored to be working with you guys.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.